Learn Joan Rivers, a queen of comedy, has died at the age of 81.
Barack Obama's old letter recently resurfaced where he admitted to having gay fantasies.
Today, we're going to be watching the creepiest TikToks that will make you rethink everything. You do not want to miss this. Make sure you like the video to claim positive energy.
That breaking headline about Joan Rivers, who died exactly 6 weeks ago. Tonight, what the medical examiner is now revealing what the comedy legend was given during that procedure. Here's ABC's Mars Scavocampo tonight.
Tonight, the long-awaited report on Joan Rivers' death, showing the comedian of brain damage caused by a lack of oxygen in her blood. But the report doesn't explain exactly what caused that drop in oxygen levels. It does say it happened while she was sedated for a routine procedure to treat acid reflux and examine changes in her voice. The medical examiner's report also revealing Rivers was sedated with propofol, the same powerful anesthetic that led to Michael Jackson's. Rivers cited as a, quote, therapeutic complication, meaning death was an accepted possibility of the procedure, but suggesting there were no obvious medical errors.
When the brain and the heart are deprived of oxygen for a matter of minutes, you can start into an irreversible spiral that then will lead to a cardiac arrest.
In a statement, Rivers' daughter Melissa says, "We continue to be saddened by our tragic loss and grateful for the enormous outpouring of love and support." Since Rivers, the clinic's medical director, has stepped down, the state's Department of Health has completed their investigation into the clinic and will release those findings soon.
They were on a video call when they saw this. Two friends were on a video call when suddenly this man sees something that left them completely terrified.
¿Sí? Yo vi, no, yo vi que la puerta que está enfrente suyo se movió.
Esa de ahí, nada.
Me juro que vi que esa puerta se movió.
Mira, lo estaba mirando.
No, chicos, no. Yo lo vi con mis propios ojos. Yo vi que esa puerta de manera lenta se abrió y luego se cerró bruscamente, chicos.
Nos intenta meter miedo,
No les estoy mintiendo ni por mucho menos, por favor. Yo le juro que por mis ojos, por lo que más tengo en mi vida, que esa puerta se movió.
Debe ser imposible, no hay nada. Así que, y mi gato está abajo, es imposible que se mueva nada. Y le estaba tirando, literalmente es típico. Se ha quedado pillado. ¿Qué le pasa?
Atrás suyo hay alguien.
¿Cómo que atrás? ¡Me cago en la puta!
Just a few seconds after checking the room and finding no one, the door opens itself as a shadow figure can be seen looking at them.
It's hard to tell if this clip is staged or not, but by the context of it, it does seem to be fake because as you could tell, he goes into the room and then some sort of dark shadow comes out after he walks out, which I feel like if there was some sort of spirit, it would not just walk out of the room and make itself so blatant. I feel like it would be more of like I could see it for a split second and then disappear.
He just arrived home when he sees this. User Kuroro Kamen was arriving home one night when he saw a strange hand on the sofa that moved in a bizarre manner. One of his windows was left open. However, he lives alone in his apartment, which is located on the 5th floor. Just whose hand is this? If you look closely, the little finger slithers like a snake. This incident alone made him clear his stuff out and move houses.
I do not know how something like this could be fake, and the fact that he moved out of his apartment shortly after does kind of show that this is some sort of weird, strange occurrence. Other than that, there's not much more that we know, but y'all be safe out there, and make sure there's no random hands crawling around your couch.
Learn Joan Rivers, a queen of comedy, has died at the age of 81.
Barack Obama's old letter recently resurfaced where he admitted to having gay fantasies, and this led fans to reignite the conversation about the mysterious death of comedy legend Joan Rivers. Just weeks before she died, Joan publicly claimed that Obama was gay and that his wife, Michelle, was transgender. And though the media at the time didn't take Joan's comments seriously, a lot of people are now saying Joan was telling the truth. And some are even wondering if Joan was eliminated for spilling Obama's secrets. So what really happened to Joan Rivers? Was she actually taken out for exposing Obama? Let's break it down.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
Joan Rivers is once again a trending topic on social media, and it's all because of an old letter that Barack Obama sent to his then-girlfriend, in which he admitted to having fantasies about sleeping with men. The letter resurfaced after Obama biographer David Garrow gave a bombshell interview, revealing never-before-heard details about Obama's personal life. Garrow, who's a Pulitzer Prize-winning historian, recently gave an interview for Tablet magazine and revealed he interviewed over 1,000 people for his biography of Obama, including Obama's ex-girlfriends Sheila Mayoshi Jagger and Alex McNear. Garrow told Tablet that when Alex showed him the letters she received from Obama, she redacted one paragraph in one of them and just said, "It's about homosexuality." However, Garrow eventually managed to get the full version of the letters from Emory University. And here's exactly what Obama, who was 21 at the time, wrote to Alex in November 1982. In regard to homosexuality, I must say that I believe this is an attempt to remove oneself from the present, a refusal perhaps to perpetuate the endless farce of earthly life, Obama wrote. You see, I make love to men daily, but in the imagination. My mind is androgynous to a great extent, Obama continues, and I hope to make it more so until I can think in terms of people, not women as opposed to men. But in returning to the body, I see that I have been made a man, and physically in life, I choose to accept that contingency. After the letter went viral on social media, fans had a lot to say, with many of them pointing out that Joan Rivers publicly claimed Obama was gay shortly before she died. On June 30th, 2014, reporters caught up with Joan at a bookstore in New York City, where she was officiating a gay wedding between two of her fans. And when one reporter asked Joan if she thinks the U.S. will ever have a gay president, she said this.
Miss Rivers, how are you? You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage career move for you?
I'm so excited.
Good.
And I should do very well because I don't charge.
And do you think that the country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman
we
president?
We already have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
But that's not all Joan said. Moments later, she turned around and told the reporter that Michelle Obama is transgender.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
But since Joan was known for her outrageous humor, everyone thought she was just joking about Obama and Michelle. However, just a little over a month after Joan made these comments, she suddenly after experiencing complications while undergoing a minor throat procedure at a clinic in Manhattan. Joan reportedly stopped breathing during the procedure and was resuscitated an hour later, before being transferred to Mount Sinai Hospital and put on life support. She died on September 4th at Mount Sinai, never having awakened from a medically induced coma. The authorities later launched an investigation, and federal officials confirmed that the clinic made a number of mistakes, both before and during the procedure. The doctors apparently failed to respond to Joan's deteriorating vital signs, including a severe drop in her blood pressure, and they possibly administered an incorrect anesthetic dosage. According to the investigation records, the clinic failed to record Joan's weight before sedating her, performed procedures to which she did not consent, and even allowed a staff member to photograph Joan while she was under anesthesia.
On October 10th of 2023, a toy camera captures footage of a girl playing with her toys and talking about her day. The entire video is nothing more than just a miniature vlog, as all she does is talk about her day and what she plans on doing with her friends in the following week. But there's something about this video that has left the girl's family deeply unsettled.
You're messing around with my little sister's camera. It's weird. It's weird. Okay, I'm just gonna show it to you. Okay.
It goes without saying, but the video is pretty creepy. The following is the full video from the toy camera posted by the older sister. Take a look.
Hey guys, today I'm going to show you my Skibidi toilet collection that I just got today. We went to a toy store and they had all of these things like this cameraman, these tiny little action figures, this big Skibidi toilet, and this one. And then we actually found these Skibidi toilet shoes and they say Skibidi toilet on them, and I'm gonna wear it to school tomorrow. A lot of kids at my school like Skibidi toilet. Saw my friend the other day, and we went on a walk, and we also got ice cream that day, and I'm having a walk.
What starts off as an innocent video turns into something completely different. Midway through the footage, something catches her attention, but after seeing whatever it was, she's immediately put on edge. It's as if she was paralyzed with fear, but thankfully she was able to leave before things got a whole lot creepy. Only a few minutes later, we see this. A dark figure passes in front of the tent. It's hard to make out what this was, but her older sister is certain that this is what her sibling had seen. Now it's unknown if she's asked her about what she saw, as the only information on this video is the context she gave. But until there's an update, we won't know for sure what was there. So until then, you be the judge on what was captured.
What makes this clip scarier is that clearly she was just trying to make a video on her new camera and explain her new things that she just got. Obviously something really weird took place and there's some sort of spirit or entity that came through in this video. And I really don't think that this is some sort of staged video, because why would anybody do that? I feel like it's just someone playing with their new toy and they just wanted to, you know, make a little video. I don't know any other context to this, but it really does seem to be some sort of paranormal activity going on. But you guys let me know what you think. Stay blessed, stay positive.
He heard his daughter talking to a doll when this happens. A father arrived at his daughter's room to a haunting sight. While his daughter Dylan was playing with a doll, he sees this.
Dylan. What in the world? Dylan, what are you doing? Dylan, stop. Dylan, stop. Dylan, stop! Ah! Stop! Right now. Stop. What is going on in here? Dylan, I don't know. Dylan, please stop. Please. Just listen. Please.
As the father calls her attention, the doll can be seen turning around as it stares back at him.
What in the world?
He explains that after spending quality time with his daughter playing dress up, later in the day, she began acting strange. The video was reposted online with many viewers curious to know more about the history of the doll, but without an official source, I'll leave this one for you to decide.
I do think this clip is fake because as you can tell, if you look the way the doll is moving, and especially inside the tent, it seems like there's someone in the back corner of the tent just moving the doll slowly and turning it. But otherwise, this clip is still really creepy because, yeah, no thanks. I don't think I want to come home to that. But this is why you do not let your kids play with dolls, because no thank you.
A man by the name of Bobby Barrs lives in Pennsylvania, US, along with his daughter. The family are part of a paranormal group known as World Paranormal. So as you can expect, they have explored and investigated many different places around Pennsylvania, which may have caused something to follow them back home, as they are now personally dealing with some paranormal events inside their house. They also have a strange, creepy collection of dolls, one of which belonged to a woman who passed away. Well, on one afternoon, Bobby is home alone with his daughter, who is sound asleep on the sofa while he watches TV, when all of a sudden he is disturbed by some constant weird noises and decides to record.
So I keep hearing weird noises. I don't know what the hell it is. It's like knocking, creaking, footsteps. It's either in my room or Sky's room, but Sky's passed out right now. But it's crazy, yo. See, she's sleeping. See, I'm telling you, I keep hearing weird shit. I think it's coming from my room now. What the fuck is that? See, I keep this up against the cabinet because the dolls like to try to open the doors and it's weird. I don't know what that sound is though. Oh, what the fuck is that, man? Yo. This. I'm good on that. Yeah. I'm staying out of there. That, yo. Bro. I'm all shaking and shit. Yo. Yeah, fuck that. I'm out, y'all.
While observing the creepy dolls inside the closet, Bobby is suddenly startled by the sounds of footsteps coming towards him.
It does seem fake just by his reaction, but I mean, it does say he does participate in some sort of ghost hunting activity, so maybe that's why he's not as shocked by it. But I don't know, something just seems off about this clip. But you guys let me know if you think this clip is real or fake, and let me know in the comments.
She woke up at 1 a.m. to someone trying to break open her door. A woman from the Philippines by the name McKay woke up in the middle of the night to the horrifying sounds of someone screaming at her door, desperately trying to get in. Someone can be heard screaming for help, begging to be let in as they try opening the door. scared this could be a trap to lure her out, she stood quiet for just a few minutes, causing the strange individual to suddenly leave. The mysterious video quickly went viral, with viewers begging to know more and asking her to open the door. Now, after 2 more nights of this strange late-night visitor knocking at her front door, she decides to open the door and sees this. A woman with black hair can be seen crouched down in an animal-like manner as she quickly closes the door. After calling the authorities, there were no signs of this woman anywhere nearby. Living by the woods in the middle of nowhere, it's important to follow better judgment and prioritize safety, especially when being visited by strangers.
This is actually one of the most terrifying clips I've ever seen, as you could tell by my reaction from the video. Why would you open the door? That's my question. This is happening every night for a couple nights, and why would you open the door? Like, at first I could understand, okay, maybe someone needs help, but bro, they keep coming back at the same time every night, and you just open the door? Like, you're just asking for it. Like, some people just lack self-awareness. Just don't open the door at night, especially if someone's screaming and pounding on your door. No thank you. Make sure you guys like the video, or I'm gonna be at your door at 2 o'clock in the morning asking for cookies and milk, and then I'll be on my way. Make sure you just like the video.
Mother tells her son there are spirits in the room when this was captured.
What is amazing, Mom?
Can you see this little pink girl here?
A pink girl?
No. You can't.
No, I can't see the pink girl. Is she Chinese or Oriental?
Chinese.
Pardon me?
Chinese or
Chinese?
party toiler. Parter.
They're having a party? What kind of, is it a birthday party with kids? Who's having the birthday party?
Oh, I don't know.
He owned more than 50% of Sony's publishing. They said it was worth like over $2 billion. So that's the reason why he was killed. At least that's one of the rumors out there why he was killed, because of that. And remember the name of his tour. This is it. And on the tour, he was giving out the information about the Illuminati, what he had done to Sony, and all these things. They said they were under the impression, at least came from Mike's actual word, they were under the impression that I was just an artist, but actually I was a businessman. And he did business, and he kicked their ass. But unfortunately, he may have because of it.
It kind of sounds like you think they killed him.
I know they probably killed him.
His doctor that was around the whole time did CPR on a bed. That's pretty retarded. Everyone knows you have to be knows you have to be on a hard surface.
Cody Aaron is investigating some terrifying events that have been happening inside an office building. What he captures is chilling.
Okay, you guys, so this is the door that moves on its own, and that's the chair that moves on its own. And I'm just tired. There's absolutely nothing here this time. I've not seen anything. It's 9:46. And usually everything happens by this time, but nothing's going on. There was way more people than what's usually here today, so I kind of guess maybe that's what it is, and I'm just going to call it a day. I'll start again tomorrow maybe, and we'll see what... Okay, so, I'm the only one here right now, and the door just closed on its own. Okay, so I'm here by myself. All of these green lights means that there's no motion, right? Look in this room. What in the world is that? That is insane. I have never seen something like this. This is directly beside me in the next room. Did you see that? It disappeared. What in the world? Okay. I'm going over. I have to see what this is. See, and look. Here is the motion detection for me in this room. There I am on the screen. There's no motion detect. Look, it's moving. And there's no motion detection right there. That is nuts. Look at that. Let's do it. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna need Eric's help for this. I'm not gonna do this by myself.
I don't really know how I feel about this clip because he seems to just be acting like nothing's going on, and then you could clearly see someone behind him. I don't know how he didn't pick that up. Maybe his camera's facing the other way. I'm not too sure. That already threw me off. I don't know. He just seems too calm in this situation. But if this is real, yeah, I'm glad he walked out that door, because if I heard someone just start screaming and there's no one there, yeah, I'm alright. But you guys let me know what you would do in this situation.
There's a lot on P. Diddy being connected to a lot of people's deaths. So recently there's been an investigation going on and the theories that P. Diddy has connections to Michael Jackson's. No way. It's known that he hates the industry. There was a video of him at an award ceremony. They tried to his career because Michael Jackson basically owned over 50% of Sony Records.
These guys work really hard at their craft. The companies take advantage of them. They never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them. I own half of Sony's publishing and I'm leaving them. They're very angry at me because of it, but
how is this connected to P. Diddy, right? P. Diddy, he had a head of security, was a guy that any employees that P. Diddy has, if you ever get pulled over in California or in Miami, to call this guy, Fahim, and he'll take care of it. He'll make any problem, any police trouble disappear. So he has power in the police. Michael Jackson 2009, that guy Fahim, in 2008 he graduated from college. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in real estate and business and had no experience in security or anything like that. So how is a guy who just graduated college the head of security already for Michael Jackson, the biggest music artist of all time? Because he was there at Michael Jackson's testimony and he was the second person on the scene whenever Michael Jackson, because first it was obviously the doctor who was trying to.
A man named Dustin Frazier, who lives in the Appalachian Mountains, works the night shifts in a haunted hotel as a front desk agent. On one night, he's monitoring the security cameras behind him when he notices a guest sitting in a chair in the lobby. Upon going to meet them, something chilling happens. Take a look. He sees a lifeless figure sitting in the chair in the lobby on the live camera, but when he goes around to greet the person, there's nobody there. We can see that the camera is live because when he goes back around the corner to check again, we can see himself on the camera as there's a slight lag on the footage. Even creepier, when he goes to check the back room and comes back, the figure is now there in the hallway just watching him.
Okay, this one is beyond terrifying because this is recorded from the security cameras, which makes this very hard to be fake or edited because he's clearly recording something that's happening in real time. Yeah, I don't know why people do these things, why they work at places like this, especially knowing what could be going on and what kind of energy you could be attracting. My advice is to just stay blessed, stay away from any negative energy, any dark entities, because, you know, no thank you. Because that is one of the most terrifying spirits I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, my bro doesn't even have a fresh cut or nothing, so need to get him a ghost barber.
Something strange happened to this woman outside her apartment. She was taking out the trash when suddenly a strange light covered her and disappeared. Completely confused and disoriented. It is also dark in the alley. Did she just witness the alien abduction?
Okay, this could be edited, but if this is real, this is probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Imagine a light shining on you and you just disappear and then come back and you have no idea what happens and you watch your cameras back and that's what you see. Like, honestly, I don't know what it could have been if it is real. You guys let me know what you think, because if this starts becoming a normal thing, I'm gonna have to get out of here. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video. It made you tremble in your boots, and we're gonna be on to the next one. Also, I just want to say thank you guys for 5,000 subscribers. I love y'all. I appreciate everything. Make sure y'all staying safe, staying blessed, and yeah, we're gonna be on to the next one, and I'm gonna try to go to sleep tonight.
You know the JFK assassination, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people remember it being either the driver that or just a random sniper that, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing this guy?
Nah.
We're going to be watching the creepiest TikToks that will make you rethink everything. You do not want to miss this. Make sure you like the video to claim positive energy.
Kevin Koger lives at an apartment complex that's been there since who knows when. It's been up for a while, that's for sure, and it's for this reason that Kevin thinks his apartment is haunted. Kevin states that he hears strange noises at night, but the creepiest thing he's encountered so far was the following incident he captured on camera. Check it out.
Yo, what the Yo. Bruh?
Bro, what the dude, what the holy
I got goosebumps. I'm out, bro. I'm out. No way. No way.
As you can tell, Kevin is at a loss for words. He makes it clear that this wasn't staged or set up to look real. This actually happened, and he thinks that this might be the doing of some entity. But what are your thoughts on this? Could this be a ghost, or an attempt at making it look like one?
I don't know if this clip is real or not. It's kind of hard to tell whether it's staged or if it's real. It would seem hard to stage something like this, but you guys let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll get back to you.
Big L was who put Jay-Z on. And then Big L died, and the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And then, you know, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycombs. I mean, Diddy. Like I said, Biggie died, Tupac died. And then there was the fight between who was the top rapper now, Nas and Jay-Z. And then the next thing you know, Nas has a nervous breakdown and he's taken out of the game, and it's all Jay-Z. All Jay-Z. And he was working with R. Kelly, and they were making so many records together. You know, they made all of those records together. They both Aaliyah. They shared so much in common. You know? And then Aaliyah died. Is it really a conspiracy if the same person keeps benefiting off the same kind of tragedy over and over and over again?
He was alone when he saw old woman coming inside the front door looking for help. He got up to help her and even got a wheelchair for her. The other security guard monitoring the cameras saw all this happen and decided to ask him what was he doing. He told him he was helping an old woman because she wasn't feeling good. The other security guard responded him with a terrified voice.
Don't see anyone with you, only an empty wheelchair.
Obviously, a lot of people are going to be skeptical about this one, but this is a security footage, which means this from an establishment, and he did genuinely seem like he did see someone. I'm genuinely not sure what to think about this, because he did go as far as to let this person in and then bring a wheelchair over to them. It's a very skeptical situation, but who knows.
It's late at night when a group of friends decide to visit their school to do something that they would later come to regret. Rumor has it that the school they attend is haunted. According to some students, if you knock on the door of the nurse's office, which is located at the back of the school, someone or something would knock back. Not sure if the rumors were true, and feeling adventurous, a girl named Devi and her friend set out to explore the back of their school and knock on the nurse's door. But what they capture sends them running in a panic frenzy. This is what they caught.
Go. Just knock on it, knock. No, go. Knock harder. Let him know. Let him.
Out of nowhere, a blood-curdling scream is caught on camera, sending the girls running in full terror. They have no idea where the guttural screams came from, but one could only guess the source of the screech. Viewers believe that it came from either inside the school or near it, which only helps to prove the rumors as true. Something haunts this school. But of course, what's your stance on this?
You could tell they're kind of treating this situation like a joke and they're just kind of messing around, and then something really does happen. I'm not too sure what it is. Maybe it's someone trying to scare them. I'm not too sure about the background, but y'all just be safe and stay away from places like this because it's not good.
In my head, I think.
And Kennedy Jr.
Yeah.
A plane accident, or did he? What do you think about that? It's interesting.
Yeah.
That's the Q stuff. The Q believe he's back, or he was never dead, and he was always going to come back.
Do you think that he got his family faked to protect him from being?
I think that's the story.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Of course they wanted, because he was going to run for president.
Yeah.
Against Clinton, I think.
Yeah. What a surprise.
Yeah.
Wow. That would be great if he did. I just would love one of
Guess
these
who's back?
conspiracies. Yeah.
Back again.
It would be so gay. But he would go to jail for faking his own. That's a punishment. That's a criminal.
Well, I think the reason he's gone is because he'd be uncovering the real criminals. So
Yeah.
I think that would be.
But if you fake your own death and come back for you get the book thrown at you because people claim your life insurance and all sorts of stuff. So it's massive fraud.
Yeah.
Olivia Newton-John's first husband did that.
Well, you got to think though, if he is coming back, let's say he is, you're leaning into that conspiracy theory. Well, the whole other part of that is he's exposing the giant that's amongst all the politicians. So I think they will overlook his shit if that's what he's exposing. But that's if you're leaning into that.
That's saying that the people in charge of prosecuting are not part of that ring, which is already, it has to be the case. Otherwise, we would know who they are.
We would know who Epstein's 27 clients would be.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? Everything gets leaked, but not that.
It's insane.
Everything gets leaked.
It's absolutely insane. Like,
how can we not have that information?
It's so crazy. But by not having it, it's so obvious that the powers that be are in on it. Otherwise we'd all know.
No, it doesn't make sense in my head how people aren't outraged, like on the streets, just chanting for this shit.
Did you hear the Taylor Swift Super Bowl conspiracy? What's with all these conspiracies? Can we settle on something? So as you know, Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13. Why? That's a known thing. I don't know about you, but I thought it was 22. No, that's an age. The Taylor Swift fans will like that one. If Taylor Swift goes to the Super Bowl this year, it will be her 13th game attended. Okay. If she does go to the Super Bowl, the flight from Japan to the Super Bowl is roughly 13 hours. We're just diving deep, aren't we? The Chiefs are playing the 49ers, which 4 + 9 is 13. Okay. And the 49ers are the 1 seed and the Chiefs are the 3 seed, which makes 13. That does also make 13. Is the score going to be 13-13? They go into overtime? That would break the internet. That would break the internet. If you subtract 13 from 100, it makes 87, which is Travis Kelce's number. Okay. What does that mean? So that means that it's leaning towards a Taylor Swift Super Bowl. Let's make some other stuff up. Why not? Why not? Okay. The national anthem is going to be sung in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. It might be. That's my prediction. Do you think Travis is going to propose after the game? No. Do you know there's odds? Is there odds if you go to Canada, it's -200. -200? Only can bet it in Canada. That's why we could take the trip up there.
I feel like every time someone comes into the spotlight, they have something crazy going on, or they have some sort of crazy allegations. It's kind of hard to tell who's good and who's bad anymore because there's just so much stuff going on in the world. But that's why y'all gotta be safe out there. Pay attention to who you're supporting. I really don't know what's true or what's not.
She was camping alone when she hears this. One night, a woman was out camping solo in the middle of the Daring Woods, also known as the Screaming Woods, located in Kent, England. And the woods is known for being one of the most haunted places in the UK, along with a nearby village called Pluckley Village, which is the most haunted village in the UK. As she sets up her campsite, everything goes smoothly, but as it starts to get darker, things take a creepy turn.
I don't know if you can see a Cadbury's Pot of Joy yogurt, basically chocolate yogurt. There is a lot of noises in these woods. Where's my spoon? It's getting cold. Oh, get that fire going. I think now the rain. I think the rain stopped, or it stopped enough for a fire anyway. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? That's a bird. I don't know if you'll be able to hear a lot of this, it's pretty distant, but it sounds like kids screaming.
She begins to hear what sounds like kids screaming off in the distance within the woods. However, she didn't think much of it and eventually dismissed it as just a strange noise. After finishing her meal, she begins to light a bonfire to enjoy the warmth as the sun goes down and it gets really cold in the dark. Then something chilling happens. Watch closely.
Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of planes. There's like this weird... Oh, I don't really know how to describe it, but I'm tired, so I'm going to let this burn out in a bit, sit here and enjoy a fire for a little while and then, yeah, head to bed. The hammock's really comfy, thank God, so I should sleep well, I would think. Where's my big bean? What was that noise? This is definitely odd. I've got no idea if you guys heard that or not, but honestly, I don't like it, I'm going to be honest. It's not deer, like I know what deer sound like, I've spent so much time with deer.
She hears more strange noises and looks around but is unable to find the source. So she goes back to her campsite and sets up a hammock and begins sleeping. Around 2 a.m., she's woken up to something disturbing.
I don't want to turn the light on because I'm pretty convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now.
What sounds like footsteps walking around near her hammock can be heard in the middle of the night. Afraid for her safety, she stays still and keeps all the lights off. And after some time, the footsteps just suddenly stop.
Okay, but who is going to a forest by themselves, especially a place called the Screaming Forest? Like, I mean, the name should be enough to tell you not to go by yourself, but this person decided to go by themselves anyway, and I really don't know what it could be, but it did seem like there was something near her, as you could hear the footsteps. I'm not too sure, but y'all let me know what you think.
Saw something looking at him from the water, but as he tried to feed it, this happened. A fisherman posted a haunting video. While out fishing late at night, he noticed these two horrific looking faces staring back at him from the dark waters. As the man went to feed them, this happened. The creatures didn't seem too interested in the fish, rather something else was in their minds. Although these fish might seem super scary, they're what's called arapaima. Arapaimas are typically harmless, but there's been rare cases like one in Malaysia, where it describes two men being arapaimas.
That is probably one of the creepiest fish I have ever seen in my entire life. I don't think I've really heard about them ever. If I seen that at night, I would actually be terrified. But it's actually crazy how dangerous the situation is, and they didn't even realize like these fish aren't only after other fish. They are after humans too if they are really not in the mood.
Why did I wake up thinking there was a man or something right here? This is so scary, guys. I was like, and then I was like, what the fuck? No, I had some really bad thoughts. Then I was like, what is that? I turned on the lights. Oh my god.
What really happened when Rihanna signed her contract with Jay-Z at just 16 years old? According to Rihanna, the young singer was given a chilling ultimatum. Sign the contract and walk out the door, or refuse and be forced out the floor. Reports claim she was locked in the Def Jam office until 3 a.m., with Jay-Z insisting there were only two ways out. Jay-Z himself admitted they had a meeting around 3 or 4 in the afternoon, but Rihanna wasn't allowed to leave until the contract was signed. Nervous and starstruck, did Rihanna really have a choice, or was she coerced into her career? You be the judge. Don't forget to follow and keep our content alive.
Bro, that video just scared me so bad. Like, I did not even see it there. I kind of just sensed that there was something coming, but I just didn't know what it was going to be. I don't care if this is fake. I don't like that video anymore because, you know, it's not cool, bro. Y'all be safe out there. Stay away from anything negative. Y'all be blessed. Stay positive. And yeah, I'm going to try to sleep tonight.
He kept hearing something in his yard. Then one night, he finally found it. From unknown sources, a man recorded a haunting video where he's awoken in the middle of the night to strange sounds coming from his yard. As he turns on the lights, what looks like a pale creature can be seen moving around in a bush. Then, as it realizes it's been seen, it quickly moves out. Now, this could very well be a hairless bear startled by a man's presence, but nonetheless, it's a terrifying scene to witness.
I don't really think that's real, but if it is real, that's kind of terrifying, and that should be looked into a little bit, because if someone's crawling out of your bushes looking like a zombie, something is not right. So y'all let me know if you know more about this clip. Probably it's fake, but
a man named Tyler buys and resells stuff on platforms like eBay and Facebook Marketplace. But recently he went to a yard sale and bought a box of random items for $5. One of the items in the box is a creepy looking doll. After bringing the box home, he leaves it on the table and begins to browse on eBay when he notices something chilling. Watch closely.
Oh shit.
The box moves on its own, and right afterwards the doll inside moves. Creeped out by this, he puts the box with the doll inside a closet so he doesn't have to see it. And on the very next day, this happens. He hears a knocking sound coming from inside the closet, but when he goes to check, there's nobody there. Later on, he starts to notice more unexplainable things.
The toilet plate itself, and it moved, I swear. It doesn't move.
A guitar in the room moves on its own, followed by 3 clear knocking sounds, which is supposed to symbolize something evil is present. The following day, the paranormal activity starts spreading to other areas of the house. While working at his desk, he hears the sound of water running and captures this.
So I'm at my desk, and I just heard the water in the bathroom turn on get slow. This is the first time something's happened out. Do you want me to leave?
He then goes to check on the doll after leaving it facing upwards and comes to find that the doll is now perfectly upright, facing his bed.
And actually, the doll has moved since yesterday because it was in the corner, kind of on its back, looking upwards, and now it's upright, so it's kind of scary. I just moved the shirt in the closet. Hey, if you can hear me, just move it again. Alright. And you can actually just go check it out. There's no one in here. It's not really, just kind of cluttered, so yesterday it was over here.
Randomly, a shirt on a hanger begins to slide over and cover the doll from view, which is enough to scare most people to the core. Not sure what to do, Tyler tries to reach out to the person who sold him the box with the doll for answers, but he receives no response. Not sure what to make of all this, Tyler wonders if he needs to call somebody and have the doll exorcised, because every time he looks at it, he finds that it's in a different position than it was moments ago, as well as all the other activity. What do you think he should do with the doll?
All these clips look very hard to stage if they are staged. He keeps his doll around knowing that it has a demonic possession or some sort of spirit attached to it, which is why I do think this might be fake, because why would anybody do that? You know, like, if I know something is haunted, I'm not going to be near it and stay near it. I don't know, the whole situation just seems weird, but guys, let me know, stay away from dolls, and yeah, that's what I got.
She was taking care of a lady who's bedridden when she sees this. A caregiver by the name Hillary has been documenting her experience taking care of a bedridden elderly woman. Other than hearing the woman sleep talk, everything seemed fairly normal. Until one night, as Laura fell asleep watching TV, her phone's camera accidentally turned on and captured this.
A recent archaeological discovery in Egypt unearthed the figure of a pharaoh with reptilian features. The figure with a leathery surface suggests it's not a statue, but a real being reported to be 9 foot with an injury under its left armpit. Maybe its cause of death. It wasn't mummified. Instead, it was buried unmarked in the Valley of the Kings, Egypt.
It does seem to be that there was some sort of preservation of the body, because I don't know how it would keep its shape like this, because it does seem to be very like structured and kind of the way it was left. I hope this isn't real, because you know, I do not want to meet no lizard people. I don't know about you guys, but I'll be safe out there though.
He was at church recording the choir when he sees this. A woman by the name Mariana explains that her father has sent her a video watching the church choir, and that while watching the video, she noticed something straight out of a nightmare. Amidst the people, as he pans the camera, a pale, lifeless figure can be seen, watching him. No one seems to notice it and continue their ceremony, as if they're unable to see it. The disturbing video was posted onto Mariana's TikTok page after the discovery. Neither her or her father have any idea who or what this thing could be.
As creepy as this person looks, I'm not gonna judge, because there might actually be someone out there that looks like that. So if everyone just starts calling them a demon, that's kind of messed up. But this person does look very out of place and doesn't look very positive. So y'all be safe out there, stay blessed, stay away from negative energy, and yeah.
Did you know? These are some of the most disturbing items inside Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, Nevada. Charles Manson's teeth dentures. Charles Manson's pentagram necklace made out of toilet paper and underwear. The hospital robe Charles Manson died in. Ted Bundy's glasses. Sharon Tate's wedding dress. John Wayne Gacy's brain.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video. It made you tremble in your boots. And we're going to be on to the next one.
And you know what's really interesting about Taylor Swift? Some say that Taylor Swift was really young when she started her music career. And let's keep in mind, okay, in 2006, she released her first single, right? But in 2006 as well, she also had her self-titled debut album.
On April 30th of 2024, a hotel situated in the countryside of Latin America had shared a video of something pretty strange. The hotel in question is known as Hotel Huchtepec, and although not many people come here, employees often clean up rooms in which no one had occupied. They would enter a room and find the whole space entirely disheveled. Given how frequent this happens, the idea of a burglar having ransacked the place no longer seems likely. The space would be rearranged, but nothing would be missing. Although highly unusual, this next video might just be the strangest incident. One day, an employee had been told by a coworker that somebody was inside a room that shouldn't have any guests. Curious to see if anyone was actually there, they record this video and capture this.
Irma me dijo que se veía una persona en la habitación 30 y le dije no, y me dice, ¿está ocupada? Le digo no, se desocupó en la mañana y no hay nadie. Yo misma fui a ventilar esa habitación y ahorita que voy pasando por acá me doy cuenta que si es cierto, se ve como que si alguien se estuviera asomando en la ventana. Vamos a ver qué es lo que pasa, vamos a ver qué hay ahí, pero se supone que no hay nada y sigue ahí viéndose. Aquí más cerquita. Sí, miren, ahí se alcanza a ver una cara, unos ojos. Vamos a ver a esa habitación. Estamos subiendo las escaleras porque desde ahí es donde estábamos viendo que se veía. Aquí ya no se ve nada, a lo mejor por el reflejo de la luz. Y vamos a ver en la habitación. Aquí está la cama, porque esta es una habitación pequeña. Aquí pues no se ve nada. Y aquí está la tele, donde se supone que se veía, pero no se ve nada. No entiendo qué. ¿Por qué Snake?
Upon getting closer, a face is seen at the window. It appears to stay in place without moving an inch, making this even more uncanny than it already is. Although some viewers have implied that this is a person, others believe that it's anything but. Its appearance is similar to that of something out of nightmares. After checking around, the mysterious figure is no longer there. Somehow, they had vanished before a sudden noise scares the living daylights out of the employee. Now only so much is known about this incident, but like always, you be the judge on what occurred here. Was a ghost caught on camera, or had something else been captured?
This situation obviously brings a lot of speculation because a lot of people could say maybe it's something in there that looks like a ghost or a spirit, or there's a reflection that appears to be a spirit. But if you look, when you go into that room, there is nothing in there that could have possibly made it look like there was something in there. So it does seem to be some sort of paranormal activity going on. If you know more about the situation, let me know in the comments and let me know what you guys think.
Footage starts out innocuously enough, with the uploader cruising down a deserted road under the cover of night. However, that soon changes when something chilling appears. If you slow it down and zoom in a little, it looks like the woman has no head. Theories about the identity of the woman have flooded the comments section. While some suggest she could be a lost traveler or a local resident in distress, others lean towards a more supernatural explanation, drawing parallels with folkloric tales of ghostly apparitions often portrayed in white, haunting lonely roads, just like this one. The video raises more questions than answers. Was the woman a real person in need of help, or something a little more otherworldly? The lack of context about her presence in such a remote location at an ungodly hour only adds to the eerie nature of this strange encounter.
This guy said maybe it's some sort of local resident in distress. Who is standing on the side of the road with no head in a wedding dress in the middle of the night, bro? Like, what kind of situation you have to be in to be in a wedding dress on the side of the road? Like, you guys let me know what you think. Do you think this is fake, or do you think this is some sort of spirit?
Are you aware of the controversy surrounding the male Mona Lisa? The head of Saudi Arabia bought it for $450 million. The crazy thing is someone bought it at one point in time in the past for $1,500, and they didn't realize that it may or may not be, because this is where it gets controversial, may or may not be the work of Leonardo da Vinci, or it might be partly by da Vinci, and so they wanted him to donate it to the Louvre in Paris.
Yeah.
But they were like, we're not going to put it next to the Mona Lisa. He wanted it to be next to the Mona Lisa as the male Mona Lisa. The Mona Lisa, the male Mona Lisa. And they're like, They're like, we're not going to give this the red stamp. We don't even know if this is real. And now it's currently on his yacht. So this $450 million painting is on his yacht. And so art fanatics are like, you can't have a painting on a yacht.
Think about the doctor who took the x-rays of this thing. Marco Leal. Thank you, Marco. You're the man. Marco Leal found him 8 years ago. And he was like, he confirmed the story. He was still working at regional hospital. He goes, I'll never come forward. Marco kept going every year back and forth. Then he retired. And 4 years after he retired, he agreed to meet with us. He wasn't even sure he was going to go on. And I said, look, man, we'll film you from the back. We'll disguise your voice. Showed us photographs of him at the hospital. You know, we've been trying to get at him. Excuse me. At the end of the interview, he said, thank you. I feel so much better. I've been shouldering that burden for 26 years, and I've so desperately wanted to tell somebody, to share that story with the rest of the world. And you meet these people, and you think, why on earth they didn't come to us? They're not trying to sell their story. We tracked them down, and begged and pleaded with them to come forward.
Like you could fit the whole population of the world in the United States. They're saying you could fit them in Texas or Alaska.
Standing shoulder to shoulder, the entire world's population could fit within 500 square miles
of Los Angeles.
Of Los Angeles.
What? When I first started flying, I would always just look out the plane and go, it's empty. I go, we should all have a plot of land. When you fly across the United States, dude, there's only people in LA, New York, Miami, and San Francisco. Everything else is empty, dude. That means this overpopulation bullshit is a myth.
Dino Nuggets has been experiencing poltergeist activity when this was captured.
Hello? Hello? No. Hello? Hello? Fuck. Hello? What do you want? What the fuck?
Bro, I don't understand why people do things like this. Like, you clearly see a shadow run into your room and start slamming the door. Don't investigate, bro. Call the police. Like, bro, what are you doing? And people wonder why they get in these situations. Like, but you guys let me know if you think this is real or fake.
Why does Abel Tesfaye really want to leave behind the Weeknd name? Well, let's keep in mind, Abel Tesfaye, aka The Weeknd, is one of, if not the biggest artist in the entire world. And let's be honest, with his new music, Abel seems to be taking a turn in a new direction. And he also stated in quotations, is getting to a place in a time where I'm getting ready to close the Weeknd chapter, saying that I'll still make music, maybe as Abel, maybe as The Weeknd, but I still want to hypothetically kill The Weeknd. And I will, eventually. I'm definitely trying to shed that skin and be reborn. Now, this is a really interesting statement, and do you know why? Because since last year, Abel Tesfaye has spoken out against the industry. And he stated on some occasions that he no longer wants to be associated with a specific part of the industry. And that's where we come to Mr. Lucian Grange. Now, Abel has mentioned that he no longer wants to be associated with specific people as well. One including Drake, one including Diddy. And just like Kanye, he's expressed his dislike for a specific artist that plays the favorite. And so has Kendrick himself as of lately with the beef that he had with Drake, expressing that some people have more rights than others. And there's always one artist that's in the spotlight that everybody seems to dislike. And ever since Abel has started leaning in a different direction, especially away from the Weeknd name, somebody else has been taking that spotlight instead. And you know what's really interesting about Taylor Swift? Some say that Taylor Swift was really young when she started her music career. And let's keep in mind, okay, in 2006, she released her first single, right? But in 2006 as well, she also had her self-titled debut album. And look, people can say what they want, but do they actually think that Taylor is a good artist? Have you heard her sing without auto-tune? And look, I'm not hating on Taylor Swift here, okay? But plants are easy to water, okay? If you know, you know. But it's ironic, right? Because Scott Swift, okay, her daddy, entered into the financial business by becoming a stockbroker, okay? He established the Swift Group. That is a very important group right there. It was a financial advisory group that is part of Merrill Lynch, okay? And just months prior to her releasing her first single, okay, BlackRock acquires Merrill Lynch Investment Management, expanding its retail and international presence. Keyword retail, all right? In that same exact year, okay, Scott Swift, aka her daddy, like I mentioned, allegedly had a really good relationship with somebody named John Thain. Now, John Thain at that time was president and co-COO of Goldman Sachs. And then he was CEO of the New York Stock Exchange. But then during the financial collapse, Thain became the last chairman and CEO of Merrill Lynch & Co. before its merger with Bank of America. And after BlackRock let go of Merrill Lynch and Bank of America acquired them instead, during the 2008 financial crisis, BlackRock played a key role as an advisor to the US government, being hired to analyze and manage the toxic assets in quotations from failing financial institutions like Bear Stearns and AIG, essentially helping to stabilize the market by valuing and selling off those troubled assets. This was due to BlackRock's expertise in managing complex financial instruments like mortgage-backed securities, MBS, which were at the heart of the crisis. And do you know how many billionaires, including Taylor Swift's daddy, made a lot of money off of investment opportunities? For example, after John Thain resigned, ironically, in 2009, after Obama already became president. Ken Lewis, CEO of Bank of America, reportedly forced Thain to step down after several controversies, such as the losses at Merrill Lynch, which proved to be far larger than previously estimated, and the award of huge executive bonuses. Now let's keep in mind, okay, and I'm getting to the point of why I'm mentioning all this in the first place. BlackRock and Larry Fink are huge Democratic supporters. And I'm just saying, think outside the box here. Because in 2020, there was a lot of controversy around the presidential election. For example, on a Tuesday morning in 2020, right, the singer posted a short message on Instagram encouraging her 272 million followers to register to vote. And afterward, the website that she directed her fans to recorded more than 35,000 registrations. And the number of 18-year-olds registered was more than double 2022. Now, allegedly, it's not clear exactly how many of the registrations were tied to Swift's Instagram, but that website reported a 1,226% jump in participation an hour after the post. And ironically, right now, Taylor Swift is in the midst of declaring who she's going to vote for. But I think that's pretty obvious, right? But see, getting back to Abel Tesfaye, okay? Abel has stated very clearly that he will not use his platform to influence anybody into doing anything. He stated very clearly that he feels as if that's somebody that he used to be. And you know what's ironic, because Lucian Grange himself has a very big opinion in politics as well. And I'm sure it's obvious as to what side he's leaning towards as well. I mean, you could just obviously take a look at Universal Music's top shareholders, or look at UMG's ties with Lear Cohen. I mean, that's a big rabbit hole in itself to dive into. And if anybody wants me to do that, I gladly will. Because let's just say there's another side of the music industry that you might not even know about. And let's just also say that frequencies work in mysterious ways. But as for Abel, I'm very glad that he's stepping off in a different direction. And as for Taylor Swift, I'm pretty sure it's obvious by now as to where her loyalty really lies.
He entered the woods alone, and something followed him. A man named Bambo was hiking alone in the middle of the Pocomoke State Forest, a well-known forest for being extremely haunted and home to many rumors and urban legends. While in the middle of hiking, he hears the woods suddenly go quiet and begins to get the feeling that something is following him. Worried for his safety while deep in the woods, he decides to start recording, and he captures this.
Hola, me encuentro en el Pocomo State Forest, en Maryland. Este es uno de los bosques más embrujados de Maryland. Llevo 25 minutos adentrándome aquí en el bosque. No he sentido así una sensación muy rara, pero algo hay aquí porque nomás de repente es un silencio total. ¿Oyeron? ¿Oyeron? Bueno, espero hayan escuchado, pero les digo, sí hay sensación. Es una sensación rara aquí en este Pocomo State Forest, que han sucedido muchas cosas. Asesinatos, desapariciones. Bueno, ahí si desaparezco ya saben dónde estoy, en el Pocomo State Forest.
A sudden sound can be heard approaching him from behind, but as he quickly turns to look, he sees nothing there.
¿Oyeron?
Unable to locate whatever is following him, he decides it would be best to leave before things get out of control, since Maryland is home to many haunted forests, including the notorious Black Hills Forest from the Blair Witch Project. Could it be that something otherworldly was following him? Or is it just an animal? You be the judge.
It could have just been an animal. I'm not too sure. I know this place has rumors of being haunted and a lot of paranormal activity going on, so it really could be either. Really shouldn't be out in the woods by yourself anyway, so let me know what you guys think. But y'all stay safe and don't travel to the woods alone looking for ghosts.
They were home alone when they see this. A mother by the name Joatsi was home alone with her daughter, unboxing and trying out new accessories while live streaming on Instagram, when suddenly something straight out of a nightmare is captured on camera. A pale figure with black eyes can be seen staring at them. As the stream went on, it remained mostly unnoticed, until it's later seen by the stairs approaching them. This creepy pale figure left viewers puzzled, some mentioning this could simply be a sibling in a costume trying to scare them, where others believe this could be a skinwalker based on its disturbing appearance. So some of you are able to sleep. We can later see it moving down the stairs towards them, hinting that this is most likely a sibling in a costume. But let me know what you think.
This one better be fake, because if that thing is roaming around this earth, I'm good. I'm gonna go get my own planet or something, because bro, that thing is terrifying. And the fact that they didn't even notice it, like, kind of concerns me. But I don't know, y'all let me know what you think, because no thank you.
He just finished having a bath when he sees this. A man named Loza was studying music at university when he went to use the public bathrooms and encountered something terrifying.
Escucharon. No hay nada.
A creepy pale face can be seen inside just looking at him through the gap on the door. But when he looks over, there's nobody there.
As y'all know, I hate anything that has to do with dolls. I'm good off that. Like, no thank you. That doll should not be doing that. I'm sorry, but it should not be walking on its own. I don't know about y'all, but this is really weird. Even if it's not haunted, I don't care. It should not be doing that. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I'm gonna get back to you.
Ay, Regina. Elvis. Como por... Ay, Regina, la tiras que sí. ¿La quieres aventar hasta la otra cuadra? Tal vez. Tal vez.
Why are all these videos always recorded in the dark? Like, bro, just put some light on, because these things would not happen if there were lights on. Like, no hand is coming out of the shadows if you have the lights on. So, I don't know. I hope this video is fake because this is really weird, but you guys let me know.
The scariest thing lurking in the woods is other humans. Grizzly Gaz is an experienced camper who was camping in a forest one night cooking dinner when suddenly someone creeps up on him unnoticed.
And I've got a visitor. Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. I shit me pants. This is Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak, so...
Just some random crate.
The stranger seemed friendly, but the camper quickly felt a strong feeling to get out of there.
The more I think about it, the stranger it gets. Fed that lad, talking about life and how he got to where he is and drugs and whatnot, and then turned round to cut some firewood up. And when I turned back round, he'd gone, scanned about, and he was just walking off into darkness. So I said, see you later, pal. He went, yeah, see ya, and just left. The fact that he just left without saying no has put the EBGBs up me, because I went to tell his mates there's a guy camping out with a load of filming equipment. I don't want to be having to fight off a load of smackheads at 3 o'clock in the morning.
See, unlike every other person in his videos, this guy has some common sense, and he actually left when there was danger. So y'all should take notes and be like this guy, because... But yeah, if you guys are in the woods alone, I would not trust no stranger. I don't care if he's cool or not, seems cool, whatever. I'll just be safe out there, and don't interact with strangers in the middle of the woods alone at night. So,
you know that famous story?
No.
Who knows if it's true? It's a legend. But the legend is that Jackie Gleason and Nixon were drinking, and that Nixon said, you want to see some fucking aliens? And they get on Air Force One and they fly to some Air Force base, and they go to a place where they have a crashed UFO and they have biological beings that are in freezers. And Jackie Gleason sees this. And Jackie Gleason, after that, has a house built in upstate New York that looks like a UFO. He became obsessed with UFOs after that. There was a house, it was actually for sale at one point in time. If there is some sort of advanced propulsion system, some revolutionary way of moving through space and time that the U.S. government has developed, you know, in some Black Ops program, that seems very likely impossible. That seems more likely than aliens visiting us. And the possibility of alien life in the universe, although we've never experienced it, seems rational. It seems very rational. You know what the darkest conspiracy theory about aliens is?
I don't know if I'm ready for it.
That Earth is essentially a farm, and human beings are the vessels that contain souls, and they want us because this is how they create souls. And so they're farming us. They've created us.
Mm-hmm.
So we started off as primates, and through some sort of genetic intervention, I'm not saying I believe this. I'm just saying that this is like top of the food chain, put your tinfoil hat on super tight, that they farm us. And that the whole reason why human beings are involved in this conflict, constant conflict, it's all of it is to increase our competition with each other, increase our ability to control resources, which will increase our technology, which will ultimately lead to us creating this being that we're going to create, this artificially intelligent super god.
Jack Stevens was at the Baltimore Hotel when he captures this.
All right, you can see that the bathroom is down there, at the end of the hallway. The bathroom door is the one that has been slamming itself by apparently unseen forces. I'm going to stand here for a couple minutes. If it happens again, then I'm going to catch it on video. If it doesn't happen again, then I'm going to set my camera down and try to just let it sit there and wait and catch it when it happens. Did you see that? It just did it again. I cannot believe I got that on video. I cannot believe I got that. There is nobody in this room except for me. That is the freakiest thing ever. There's nobody back here.
Frank was exploring an old South Pittsburgh hospital when this was captured.
There's a crib in here. Roses are red, violets are blue. I'd stay out of the little chapel if I were you. That's actually pretty cool. Oh yeah. I'm actually getting some noises. What the hell is that? You know what's crazy? Is that these units actually cost a lot of money. They have them here, that's pretty cool. Freaking mannequin. Holy shit. I gotta start coming out mannequin warnings for you guys. Yeah, that's a pretty messed up patient. Jesus. Alright. God, and she's got the slippers. Freaking the hell out again. Oh wow, this thing's got an in-house pharmacy. I have my night vision on the other side there. Whoa. Are you kidding me? Look at this. No freaking way. Oh. I literally... What the hell was that? Oh shit. This is where you can actually see the babies, I believe. Oh, sorry guys. Leroy. Alright. Oh my god, that is terrifying. Look at this place. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go ahead and grab this. Oh my god. That horse is moving. It's on. What the hell? Is that your horse? Do you like playing with the horse? I feel like this is like a child's spirit in this room. And it oddly got actually cold. Guys, I'm gonna get really close to this horse for you so you guys can see. How did it even make that noise? Look. There is nothing around or attached to this horse. I just want to make that clear for everyone. In fact, can you move the horse after it stops moving? Can you move it again?
A lot of people are obviously going to be speculative with this clip and say it's fake, but as you could tell, when it started moving, he went over and proved that there were no strings attached to that horse, as well as he didn't even know how to turn it on. So who could have done it, you know? So obviously it's all just speculation. Nobody really knows, but it does not look very good for us. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video in the comments. What made you tremble in your boots, and we're going to be out to the next one.
Ellen breaks in tears after being exposed of having a hand in Diddy's affair, and this is serious because it may lead to being jailed.
Can you believe this? Oprah Winfrey, the queen of daytime television, was once a suspected spy for the CIA. That's right, folks, the beloved media mogul. Theorists argue that Oprah's meteoric rise to fame and influence wasn't just due to her charisma and talent. They suggest that she was propelled by hidden forces within the media industry, using her as a pawn in their grand schemes. And what about her philanthropy? Some skeptics argue that Oprah's charitable endeavors aren't as altruistic as they appear. They claim that she used these initiatives as a smokescreen, manipulating the goodwill of the public for her own personal gain. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's more to Oprah's downfall than meets the eye. The once beloved talk show host, Oprah Winfrey, has now been canceled. But why, you might ask? Well, let's dive into the murky waters of the reasons behind this sudden fall from grace. It all started with a shift in public perception, a tide that turned against the once untouchable icon. Oprah's controversial interviews began to ruffle feathers, drawing backlash from viewers who once hung on to her every word. The whispers of discontent grew louder, eventually turning into a roar of disapproval. The criticism didn't only come from the public, but from her own guests too. Accusations started to fly, each one a blow to Oprah's once pristine reputation. The media mogul who once held the world's attention now found herself at the center of a storm she couldn't control. This isn't a simple tale of a celebrity losing their shine. It's a story of an empire crumbling. It seems like Oprah's reign in the media world has come to an unexpected end. Let's recap the main points on the Oprah controversy. It's a tale as old as time, a beloved figure rising to unimaginable heights, only to be shrouded in mystery and suspicion. Yes, we're talking about Oprah, the media mogul who once held the world in the palm of her hand. We've delved into the shocking allegation that placed Oprah as a suspected CIA spy, a claim that's as baffling as it is intriguing. We've also explored the conspiracy theories swirling around her influential role in the media industry, raising questions about the true extent of her power. Then came the controversial interviews, a series of candid conversations that rocked the world and left us all questioning the motives behind them. Finally, we've dissected the criticism that led to her cancellation, a surprising turn of events that marked a spectacular fall from grace. So there you have it, the dark history of Oprah Winfrey, a tale of power, controversy, and a spectacular fall from grace.
It's kind of scary that people like this are out there, and these are the type of people that are idolized and looked up to by millions of people, and the whole time they don't even really know who they are. That's why you guys got to pay attention to who you're supporting, who you're watching, because you really never know who you're putting your time and energy into. So y'all be safe out there, stay blessed, and stay away from the weirdos. I've heard a lot about these things. I'm not too sure if they're real from the countless videos that I've watched about them. It's really scary to think that those things could possibly be out there, but you guys just let me know what you think in the comments.
Oldest things in the world, part 6. Dating back to the early 1700s, the Old Gentleman of Rahe is the oldest diving suit in the world. It was once used to inspect the bottoms of sailing vessels. This is one of the 4,000-year-old preserved wagons found near Lake Savan in Armenia. Made completely out of oak wood, they're the oldest known wagons on the planet. The oldest working battery has been powering a bell at Oxford University since 1840. Nobody knows what the battery is made of and doesn't want to risk destroying it to find out. Discovered in 1963, Göbekli Tepe in modern-day Turkey is the oldest known temple in the world. The site was purposely buried around 9000 BC for unknown reasons. However, this allowed the structures to be preserved for future discovery and research. As of now, ground-penetrating radar has revealed that less than 5% of the site has been excavated. Harriet the Galapagos tortoise was collected by Charles Darwin in 1835 while he was discovering evolution. She died at the age of 175 as a beloved member of Steve Irwin's Australia Zoo.
Really interesting to see things like this, even though that looks like something straight out of an episode of SpongeBob. Like, I don't know who's driving that around. Imagine your homie says, I'm gonna come pick you up, and then he pulls up in that. Like, I'm good, bro.
Your favorite celebrity has been alive for a very long time.
Honestly, I don't know. All I'm saying is it's crazy. Look at these two. Tell me they don't look alike. Okay, now I seen someone saying this is the same person. No, it's not. There's dude's name right there. Crazy, right? Funny how you say vampires. Maybe a little bit of a stretch, but I just thought it was funny. Now tell me that's not the same person. Well, it's not, but that's crazy. Check that out. Here's the name of this guy, because people were wondering. And then obviously that's Mark Zuckerberg. I think he was a king of France. Both have power. There's another one. There's the name of that girl. I know you guys love this one. There's his name. There's Big Alec. Don't they look just alike? Just fluffier? Guess that's Pope Gregory. Look into it. Check that one out. Now, I don't know if these people are vampires, clones, what they are, but these resemblances are crazy.
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes only. Stay weird.
Now, I don't want to believe that the moon landing was fake, because why would they lie? And now I have a few answers to the questions we've been asking. Still, there's a lot more questions that need to be answered. So first, I asked, if the sun is in space, why is it so dark? And why can't we see any stars? And you know what they said to me? The reason why we can't see any stars is because it's daytime. Come on, brother! And I've never been to the moon, so I don't know what it's like. But why is he moving like that? It looks fake. And this is supposed to be the tin pan, drum pan made out of aluminum foil spacecraft that they say landed on the moon. And the reason why he's wrapping that up in tin foil, because it was really hot on the moon, so it was protecting it. I mean, come on. What is that? That looks like a school child's art project. It looks a mess. And the pair of Timberlands. I understand that they was wearing protective footwear now. But why is there only one footprint? What, are these men only got 1 foot? Some people say that the moon landing was staged.
Me up and we went down and we watched you guys land on the moon,
No,
which
you
was
didn't. No, you didn't.
what?
Because there wasn't any television. There wasn't anybody taking a picture. You watched animation.
Because there's a lot of speculation behind this and it's been talked about for years. I'm honestly not too sure. I haven't really looked too deep into it, but I mean, there are a lot of reasons why it does seem very off and like it would be fake. So I mean, if you guys have any more info, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna get back to you.
Earth is not what we've been told, and our past is not what we've been told, and we are more than we've been led to believe. And I think all that's being revealed right now. And I think some of the most revealing evidence is not even on Earth, it's on the moon. And the moon itself. There's a growing body of evidence to suggest that the moon is an artificial body, that it was engineered. I just did a video on this recently, an interview. And I mean, it's fascinating. One of the things, it's so deep, I'm not even sure where to begin here. One of the first things that scientists noticed is, and we all know, the moon is covered in meteorites. Big ones, small ones, overlapping ones, but they will not go below a certain depth. They're hitting something that doesn't allow them to go below a certain depth.
These are celebrities who tried to warn us about Nickelodeon. Daniela Monet starred in Victorious and spoke out about how uncomfortable she felt while on set. She felt that a few of the scenes and clothing were highly sexualized for a kid's show, especially the scene where she was eating a pickle while putting on lip gloss. When she brought up these concerns, the network ignored her and aired the scenes as they were. But what do you expect from a show by Dan Schneider? Alexa Nicholas has had a successful career starring in The Walking Dead and Mad Men, but once upon a time, she starred in another Dan Schneider show, Zoe 101. She's come forward to discuss the show's toxic work environment, with Schneider yelling at the staff and wanting to be present during costume fittings. The cast also bullied her, and she was scolded by Britney Spears. And she talked about a time where Jamie Lynn Spears, who played Zoe, had to have goo shot on her face, where people on set laughed, knowing it was to represent something dirty. And lastly, Ashley Argota Torres starred in True Jackson VP. Since then, she managed to land roles on several Disney projects, as well as pursue music and made several albums. Since stars from Nick like Miranda Cosgrove, Big Time Rush, and Ariana Grande were allowed to make music during their time on the network, many fans asked Ashley why she didn't, and she replied, "The network never gave me the opportunity."
Did you know that Cardi B said that her music activates demons? Watch this.
I didn't want her to do this song, Shake It, or like any drill songs, because it's like these songs are activating like these demons.
If you believe Jesus is more powerful than the devil, then type Jesus is Lord in the comments and subscribe for more. And watch the video that I pinned about Billie Eilish showing her demon.
Did you know that the Denver International Airport has sparked numerous conspiracy theories and strange stories, suggesting that it may be holding dark secrets? One of the most infamous involves a secretive agenda beyond its airport function. Some believe that DIA conceals an extensive underground facility or even serves as a headquarters for the New World Order. But that's not all. The airport's unusual artwork and symbolism, like the enigmatic murals depicting apocalyptic scenes, have added fuel to the speculation. Among the most haunting features is the giant blue Mustang sculpture with glowing red eyes, colloquially known as the Creepy Horse. This statue, shrouded in mystery, has contributed to the airport's enigmatic reputation. While officials dismiss these claims as mere fiction, the conspiracies surrounding DIA continue to captivate the imagination, making it a subject of intrigue and fascination for believers and skeptics alike.
I keep hearing about conspiracies with the Denver airport. I'm not too sure what they are because I've seen a bunch of them and a lot of them are just saying different things. Obviously, everything's a conspiracy and just speculative, but it's kind of crazy to think that there could be something going on. If you guys know any more about it, let me know in the comments. I'm going to get back to you and just stay out of the creepy airports, you know, the vibes.
Top 10 celebrities who tried to warn us about Ellen DeGeneres 10. Mariah Carey felt Ellen's joke about her pregnancy on the show was mean-spirited, especially considering Carey's personal struggles with miscarriage. 9. Dakota Johnson's tense exchange with Ellen regarding birthday invitations sparked controversy online, with Johnson asserting she had indeed invited Ellen. 8. Mark Ruffalo criticized Ellen for befriending George W. Bush, suggesting she should consider the consequences of such associations. 7. Kelly Ripa reportedly felt slighted by Ellen's choice to cozy up with Michael Strahan, indicating support for Strahan over Ripa. 6. Kathy Griffin's feud with Ellen stems from Griffin's claims of being mistreated by Ellen backstage at the Emmy Awards. 5. Caitlyn Jenner felt Ellen misrepresented her views on same-sex marriage during an interview, leading to public backlash. 4. Joan Rivers reportedly felt snubbed by Ellen, with Kathy Griffin claiming Ellen did not pay tribute to Rivers after her passing. 3. Nikki Tutorials criticized Ellen's behavior during her appearance on the show, describing the experience as cold and distant. 2. Susan Sarandon disagreed with Ellen's stance on befriending George W. Bush, feeling Ellen missed the point of the controversy. 1. Kevin T. Porter offered donations in exchange for stories exposing Ellen's alleged mean behavior, receiving thousands of responses.
Top 10 celebrities who tried to warn us about Oprah Winfrey 10. Angelina Jolie reportedly refused to help Oprah with her Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, possibly due to Oprah siding with Jennifer Aniston after her split from Brad Pitt. 9. Ice Cube expressed frustration that Oprah never invited him on her show despite his successful film career, even inviting his co-stars instead. 8. Seal criticized Oprah for her close relationship with a notorious Hollywood producer, referred to as Jabba the Hutt, suggesting she was complicit in his actions. 7. Ludacris claimed that Oprah ambushed him with criticism about hip-hop lyrics during an interview meant to promote his film Crash and edited the show to favor her own comments. 6. Monique felt betrayed by Oprah after she brought Monique's estranged family members on her show to discuss sensitive issues without her consent. 5. Whoopi Goldberg allegedly had a falling out with Oprah after her Oscar nomination for The Color Purple. The feud was later resolved, but it highlighted tension between the two. 4. David Letterman believed his feud with Oprah started after a prank where he made her pay for his lunch, leading to years of tension. 3. 50 Cent criticized Oprah for catering to a white audience and not supporting hip-hop culture. He even named his dog Oprah as a digger. 2. Joan Rivers publicly fat-shamed Oprah during a live TV appearance in 1985, leading to a long-standing feud where Rivers criticized Oprah's rise to fame. 1. Chris Brown felt betrayed by Oprah after she aired an episode about domestic violence that included footage of his infamous incident with Rihanna, claiming it was a personal attack.
What led to Cleopatra's tomb vanishing for 2 millennia? It seemed as though the whereabouts of her final resting place had been enigmatically swallowed by Egypt's sands. However, in November 2022, a female archaeologist named Kathleen Martinez unearthed a concealed tunnel stretching 1,300 meters in length and situated 13 meters beneath an Osiris-dedicated temple in Taposiris Magna. Excavated artifacts from the site included stone depictions of Cleopatra and coins adorned with her likeness. Cleopatra was known to have identified herself as the goddess Isis and yearned to reenact the myth of Isis and Osiris with her lover, Mark Antony. Consequently, it appeared fitting for her to be interred in this hallowed location. Cleopatra famously declared before her demise that no man would ever uncover her tomb. Perhaps this is why, despite prior archaeological endeavors in the vicinity, it was only with Kathleen Martinez that these concealed tunnels came to light. As we stand on the cusp of unearthing the most legendary lost tomb in human history, many individuals continue to ponder.
You might not want to sing the happy birthday song anymore. Have you ever wondered where the happy birthday song originated from, or why we sing it? Is it not strange that every time someone's birthday is being celebrated, candles are lit, lights are turned off, and everyone gets into a circle to chant, "Happy birthday to you," like a witch's ritual? Well, you see, it is very well documented that the past humans used to live hundreds of years old, and legend has it that the happy birthday song was actually created as a curse by fallen angels to hide a ritual that seals your fate to grow older, controlling the population and controlling the human civilization. So the next time a birthday celebration is coming up, remember?
I've never really thought about it like that, but now that you put it like that, I don't think I'm really gonna be singing that song no more or doing that because, you know, I'm good. But they're telling me if I didn't sing the happy birthday song, bro, I'd be living to like 150 years old. Actually, I don't think I could do that, bro. I'm good.
The worst ways people pass away. Part 3. This is Cameron Robbins, an 18-year-old college student who went to the Bahamas for vacation with friends and family. While in the Bahamas, Cameron and his friends decided to go on a sunset cruise called Blackbeard's Revenge. It's here where friends dared Cameron to jump the cruise into the water, so he got on the edge of the boat and actually jumped. This video shows Cameron swimming towards a buoy until he sees something in the water that looks eerily similar to a shark. He then swam away out of the camera's frame and out into the dark water. The crew stopped and searched for him for hours, but to no avail. The Coast Guard would call off their search 2 days later after scouring 325 square miles. Cameron's still has never been found.
This one is really messed up because, you know, obviously when you're in school, there's a lot of peer pressure and people dare you to do stupid things. And obviously this cost him his life, which is not good at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of entertaining people at the risk of your own safety? I mean, I understand people look for validation, but that's not a good idea.
This is the secret entrance to the Tower of London. Hello. This is me on a boat. I'm on a boat because I'm taking you to the Tower of London. This place was once the royal stronghold of the medieval city, but over time it evolved into a dreaded prison where gruesome techniques were pioneered and where many people were... But it wasn't just your average criminals that were taken here. This was the cream of the crop, prisoners of the state accused of treason. And these accused traitors wouldn't just go through the front door like it was any old Tuesday. They were taken in through a special entrance called Traitor's Gate. And it's still here today. This is where hundreds of prisoners were taken to meet their fate. And what lay on the other side of this gate was shrouded in mystery. But everyone knew that those who passed through rarely came back. In fact, 4 queens of England passed through Traitor's Gate, and 3 of them were... Like Lady Jane Grey, the teenager who was queen for 9 days. Of course, Queen Anne Boleyn, her daughter, Queen Elizabeth I, and Queen Catherine Howard, Henry VIII's 5th wife, who on her journey was made to pass the distance of her former lovers. In fact, the absolute nightmare of a king, Henry VIII, made this gate his symbolic propaganda piece. He forced all traitors to pass beneath London Bridge on their way to the gate to witness the many rides of previous traitors he had displayed on of the bridge. If you want to know what really happened inside the tower, I've just seen History Hits documentary called The Most Daring Escapes. You can watch it now with a free trial, but if you use my code SHIVER, you can get 50% off your first 3 months, and you can watch loads of other exclusive history documentaries there.
There is a very insidious backstory behind this photo. This is a shot from the doorbell camera outside of the apartment of Celia Nespretti. One of those doorbell cameras that only takes stills like every few minutes. It doesn't capture video. The reason it's important and what it has to do with is this girl. This is the student who met her fate in that apartment from that man. Her name was Joanna Lynette. She was employed on the weekend by her teacher to house sit in her apartment when that unexpected man showed up for the teacher. But he got someone else. Very quickly, a massive thank you to you guys for listening to Creep Time, the podcast. Go click the link in my bio so you can listen now. Now, the man who showed up, who was caught on this camera, was actually a stalker and an ex of this teacher. No idea once he broke in that he wasn't going to be getting the teacher. He was going to get her house sitter. And he got into that apartment.
This is a very wrong place, wrong time. I feel like if this dude knew somebody was after him or just had some sort of evil vengeance against him, that he should have let her know just in case, obviously, because you see how it turned out. But this is why you guys really need to be careful where you go, when you go, because timing, place really can make an impact on what happens to your life. So you guys be safe out there, stay blessed.
Why do so many people believe that the pyramids of Egypt were not built by humans? One of the most intriguing pieces of evidence fueling this debate is the fact that the coordinates of the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the largest of the 3 pyramids of Giza, match the same number as the speed of light, which is 299,792,458 meters per second. Some theorists argue that this cannot be a mere coincidence and suggest a deeper connection between the pyramids and extraterrestrial life or ancient advanced civilizations. Others claim that it's simply a fascinating numerical coincidence and nothing more. Whatever your stance on the matter, it is clear that the pyramids continue to captivate and mystify people worldwide. Whether they were built by humans or not, their enduring presence and significance in the history of humanity are undeniable. So, what do you think? Were the pyramids built by humans, or is it...
They make ancient civilizations sound so far behind and make it feel like we're very evolved. But if you look at all the things like this, they seem to be way ahead of us on many levels. But I feel like a lot of this information is being hidden. Obviously, they know a lot more. They're just not telling us because why would they do that? I feel like one day we'll figure it out and we'll see.
Is this man actually Elvis? At the age of 42, the world lost an icon. But even though many people believe that he faked his own death for protection against the mafia, there hasn't been any conclusive proof. Until now. Well, you see. Recently, a man who was a psychiatric patient claimed to be Elvis. Of course, no one believed him. And eventually the therapist who was attending to him told him to go take a DNA test, if you really are Elvis. However, after the test results got back, not only did Jesse's DNA match up to Elvis's DNA, but to both sides of his parents as well. According to historical records, Elvis actually had an identical twin that wasn't as healthy, and interestingly enough, his name was Jesse Garen Presley. Is it possible that upon Jesse's death, the bodies were swapped, and the real Elvis assumed the role of Jesse? Even though you can watch the full video by clicking on the link in the description below. Many people...
Okay, this is actually insane, because if this is true, I'm not sure why this hasn't been talked about more. Like, I've never heard about this in my life, and it's kind of crazy that I'm just hearing about it now, but I might look into this a little more. If you know anything about it, just let me know in the comments. I'm gonna get back to you, because my boy Elvis might still be here.
Hey, everybody. Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it.
Ellen breaks in tears after being exposed of having a hand in Diddy's affair, and this is serious because it may lead to being jailed or something. Let me tell you folks, Ellen, yeah, the darling we all thought we knew, turns out she's been playing a whole different game behind the scenes. Recent leaked clips showing Ellen and Diddy's party, and let me tell you, it ain't pretty. We're talking private moments that'll make your jaw drop, revealing a side of Ellen that's a far cry from the cheery host we see on TV. But wait, it gets even juicier because turns out Ellen's been mixing it up with none other than Diddy himself. Yep, that Diddy, the music mogul known for his wild parties and shady antics. Now, we ain't saying Ellen's guilty by association, but when you're rubbing elbows with someone like Diddy, well, let's just say it raises some eyebrows. And let's not forget about all them rumors flying around about Ellen treating her staff like dirt. I mean, we're talking former employees spilling the tea on her toxic work environment and shady behavior. It's a mess, folks. A real mess. And now Ellen's caught smack dab in the middle of it all, facing questions about her character, her actions, and her place in Hollywood. So buckle up.
Thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your favorite part of the video, and we're gonna be on to the next one.